So on the other VCOs, basically I've thrown in random 3904s and 3906s here. But on this one I'm going to put in some more closely matched ones to see if it gives better temperature stability. I've got some 3906s and 3904s here. I've got the 3906 here, which is currently giving me a VBE of 604, and the other one also giving a VBE of 604. And then if we look at the 3904s, I've got one here giving a VBE of, on the right hand one, this one here, of 602 until I touched it with my finger. Anyway, so we're about 2 to 3 millivolts here, so I'm going to put these in and see if they perform any better. So I put in a 3904 and a 3906 matched to about 2 to 3 millivolts, and I've heat shrunk them with the Tempco resistor. So we'll see how that holds up. So looking at VCO 3, which is one where I matched the 3904 and the 3906, the range of it on the frequency cowpot, it goes from about 1 Hertz at one end of the scale to about 59.4 at the other. Now looking at VCO 2, which is one where I didn't bother to match, I just threw in some transistors. At the bottom end of adjustment, it goes from about 2.5 all the way up to about 133, 134. I've got an A1 going in from the BeatStep Pro. .441, bit off, that's VCO 1, VCO 2, 440.2, VCO 3, which is the one we put the match pair in, 442, that's close enough for this experiment. Around the back, quick check of the temperatures, 26.5, 26.5, and 27, so we're about 26.5 to 27. Going to get the heat gun on now, warm it all up. Okay, that's about 35, 36.5, 37, 37, so we're about 10 degrees hotter. VCO 3 has gone up from 440 to about 465, so 25 up. VCO 2 has gone to 461, so about 21 up. And VCO 1 has gone to 458, so about 18 up. So basically, actually the one where I matched it is increased the most. Since that experiment was such a complete and utter disaster, I've pulled the 3904 and 3906 out of VCO 2. And I've put them in to measure their VBEs. So the 3906 there has got a VBE of 0.615, and the 3904 has a VBE of 0.594. So, I mean, that's getting on for like a 20 millivolt difference between the two of them, and yet it tracked under temperature better than the VCO3 where I matched them, which is weird. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put these two in here, which I've matched to about 2 or 3 millivolts as well, like VCO3. I'm going to put them into this board and see if it performs differently. Right, this time I've put a little bit of thermal paste between them, pushed them together and pushed the Temco resistor against it, but I'm not going to put the heat shrink around it this time in case it acts like an insulating jacket, and we'll see how it performs. Okay, so this is VCO2. Instead of having 20 millivolts difference, has now got just 2 or 3 millivolt difference in its 3904s and 3906s, and it goes from 1.2 hertz at the bottom of the range. If I turn it right up, it goes up to about 65, 66 hertz instead of about 120, 130 odd. So there's the first difference. I mean, if you match your transistors, you definitely get a lower range on the frequency count. Right, so VCO 3, 440 and a bit, VCO 2, 441, VCO 1, 441, close enough for this. Around the back, temperatures at the moment are 28, 28, 30, 28, yeah, depends which way you get, I think. Yeah, so we're all about 28, so we'll go back up, we'll go up to 38. So 1 is currently at 468, so it's about 28 up. VCO2, which is the one we changed, is at 462, so that's about 22 up. And VCO3, which is one we started with, is about 465, so about 25 up.